What's shaking YouTube nights? Welcome to Lords of Lawbox presents the Cover Price comic book shakers of the week. We have a full panel of panelists. So as always, today is Thursday. So let's get the show started right away. We can't play any music because people will want to get to the content. But psych.
You can skip ahead if you don't want to hear.
All right, 5 minutes into the show. I meant
No,
that's it, right?
no. We have an honorary member that must be represented on Thursday nights. Come on.
JB said it. It must be done.
The baddest on the microphone apparatus is here. When I rock a rhyme, often eyes are dropping a tear. It's so beautiful, it's America's landscapes when this man makes lyrics like the syrups that you pour upon your pancakes. My mandate is to grip minds like a handshake. Spit Orlando Lakes and go skinny dip with the fan base. Over any damn breakbeat, I hastily make pastries tastier than anything that Wolfgang makes. So take notes out of suckers, I make coats, lump of some like Bubba Gump fishing on lake boats. I take jokes and turn the comedy into drama. I'm bagging on your mama, I'm Jeffrey Dahmer behind ya. I'm a rhyme writer, lock stock, smoking the ganja. Rebuttals befuddle, leaving a puddle of saliva, sillies. You couldn't handle Randall when I throw my grammar at you. It hit your head and you would think I threw a hammer at you. I point the camera at you like Herb Ritz. Develop it, then use the pictures to pick up bird shits. You're nervous as the impervious wordsmiths hanging out in Rafa's new crib come with the verses.
Now, school me. Is there a history?
There
is educate me. Is there a reason? Is a history to the honorary member
of Randall Park? Yeah, it's Freestyle Friday. We represent Freestyle Friday, so Randall.
Yeah, so it's freestyle music and then freestyle rap. And if you pay attention close to that video, Wayne Brady's in the background, and I think three of the other guys were on the cast of Hamilton. Two of them, the white dude and the black dude, are from Oakland. And then the Indian guy, I think, is anyway, check out the whole video because they all freestyle pretty dope. They all freestyle pretty dope.
Gotcha.
Speaking of pretty dope, Laura, say what's good to people.
Hi, guys. Welcome in. I'm so glad we have JB back with us because this is going to be like a full panel. We're going to have so many good things to talk about. I'm excited to have you back. I've missed your smile.
Thank you.
Speaking of smiles, JB, say what's good.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Ofer List, aka the Shakers List. I'm JB. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show, man. Come on.
And Marty, would you like to have our opening blessing?
Yes, namaste, geeks and geeksette. Thank you for joining us. May the comic gods shower you with blessings of comics and fill your long boxes with golden, silver, bronze, and modern comics. Excelsior.
Excelsior, you did it.
Yes,
well.
there was a
Very well
comment from
Yeah.
last week's show that said, when you put your hands together, do the Excelsior. So shout out to that person that left that
See,
comment
we
for
pay
that.
attention to what you guys say for the most part, kind of. Anyway, this show is sponsored by our friends over at CovrPrice.com for your price guides, collections, and trends. And this here week, Shakers List we do every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, regardless of what's going on. Who watching the NFL between the Lions and the Packers? Anyway, also our good friends at Bird City Comics. You just kind of go to LOTLB to get 50% off anything in the Bird City Comics store. I think Ms. Laura has something to show y'all. What's dropping and when?
This actually just dropped a couple hours ago over at the Bird City Comics site. This is gone. If you guys are familiar with Distillery, it is a creator-owned publishing company. So Jacques did the interiors, and he did one of the covers that we're offering. This is the Christian Ward, which I love. And that is the Jacques cover called The Labyrinth, which shows one of the main characters kind of weaving her way under the city.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like this one. I really like this one.
That one's been getting so much
nice.
attention. It's crazy. People just like the coloring and everything. So
Yeah, it's beautiful.
thank you.
And if you want a text alert for when any of these covers drop, make sure to text the word exclusive to 833-550-0802.
Yes,
Very
and it's an
well
active line. We get all the responses back to our phones.
Yeah, so don't be inappropriate. You know who you are.
There's some people that are so funny though. It's like
CoverPrice.com Shakers of the Week for September 28th. And this is in alphabetical order, not by any particular value. So let's kick off the offer list with the first one. What do we got?
Yeah, absolutely. Shaker number 1 is Amazing Spider-Man number 1 by John Romita Jr.
What'd you say?
Marvel.
Romino?
John Romita Jr.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta wet my whistle for this one.
Okay.
John Romita Jr. DF Marvel Authentic Sketch Marvel, published in 1999. Now the DF, if you guys don't know, it's Dynamic Forces. This week we have a rare gem to showcase for our Shaker list. Please be careful if you want to buy one similar for your collection, because several versions are available. We'll discuss it later. First, Dynamic Forces, most popularly known as DF, has been specializing in autograph comics and exclusive variants for quite some time now. Regarding distribution, they are considered one of the top 5 online retailers in the US. Many other companies, websites, artists, etc., regularly seeks out DF as an excellent source for their comic book needs. Back to the feature in review. In 1999, DF decided to create their variant of Volume 2, Amazing Spider-Man number 1, under the Marvel Authentics moniker, complete with COAs and limited release copies. Out of the signature issues distributed, there are 4 different versions available. Spidey Sense Sketch signed by John Romita, Head Sketch signed by John Romita, a signature series Stan Lee, and a version signed by John Romita Jr.
You're cutting close to the line.
Am I walking the line? Am I
walking the line?
I'm on thin ice here. I see it already. John Romita Sr. and Stan Lee together. Besides these signature versions, there are 6,500 unsigned copies in circulation. As in the case of books featured here, this week, Amazing Spider-Man number 1, Dynamic Forces Authentics Red Label CGC 10.0 sold for an all-time high of $1,250. Good Lord. 10.0 red labels are a big deal. Other unsigned copies are more than readily available. Still, there is a slew of different prices, raw versions, graded issues, etc. And here's why we mentioned care. Depending on which issue you're looking for, please request current photos if you're buying online, since you don't have the physical book to look over. Also, be advised that there are universal and qualified versions.
So Amazing
I don't even
Spider-Man
like this cover.
I don't like the giant.
I don't even like this cover.
I don't like the giant box on there, just blank box. It just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's just.
I don't understand why that's there. What's the point of that?
That's got to be where they did the signatures, because they were talking about there were 6,500 that were unsigned, but there was a whole set of these that were signed. So that was probably the spot where they signed them.
Still not digging it, man.
Yeah,
I remember the good old days.
I'm not digging the sketch cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember the good old days of like Dynamic Forces and is it with anotheruniverse.com? That was like the only place you can get like true variants that were signed with COA. I mean, this was, God, I want to say early 2000s. I mean, now there's a bunch of online retailers like Bird City Comics and KRS Comics. And I'll stop right there. Those two, and that's it.
That's
those are the only two that are
That's
out
all
there,
that
actually.
matters.
Yeah, man. All right. So ASM number 1, the John Romano Jr.
Romita.
Oh man, you're kidding.
Romita.
You were getting crushed in the chat, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
like
man,
that.
I'm telling you,
cheese
it's-
on my Tuscan chicken was my favorite one.
Yeah, last week Laura was just gunning for me to fumble a few times.
I
here and there,
was.
man.
I
So,
was hoping for
Yeah,
it.
you're nice, man.
we're
You're
going a
nice.
drink for every fumble from every panel member now.
People are gonna be drunk by the first like 3 comments. All right. ASM number 1, the John Romita Jr. Dynamic Forces Marvel Authentic Sketch from 1999 at 10.0. Wow. For cool 1250. Not bad at all. Now this one's crazy. I dig this cover.
Yeah, this is interesting. Okay, next up, we have Classic Popeye number 30, the Steve Mannion 1 in 10 from IDW back in 2012. Many view Popeye as a relic of the past, but he's an iconic character with a massive fan base. They turned out big time when IDW announced they would release a Classic Popeye run, reprinting stories from the original writer and artist Bud Sagendorf. On top of that, IDW sporadically feature high concept art on various covers. Still, their dedication can only do so much, and while popular, it didn't blow retailers away. That's why so few opted to order enough copies to secure this high concept 1 in 10 Mannion variant. And that might have been a missed opportunity. This book is a darling for Popeye fans, and it's hard to find. So much so that there's only one book listed on the CGC census, and that's a 9.8. However, there is conflicting information and listings on the availability of other graded books. Our database lists a CGC 9.6 sold for $60 earlier this year. Numerous articles are citing multiple copies of this book on the census. Still, there's only one on the site, and it recently sold for a massive $775. It's been a herky-jerky riser over the years, hitting the market in 2018 for $471 before being traded repeatedly for less. It hit a low of $114 before this most recent sale. It appeals to Popeye collectors especially, but also Mannion diehards it's a prime example of his brilliant style. Take a peek for yourself and see. It's truly incredible. As the price one collector paid, do you like it?
I love it.
As the price one collector paid to make theirs, to think this book may have faded into the comic book abyss and had more eyes gotten on this series thanks to the final issue. Classic Popeye number 65 brought the heat with an incredible zombie-centric cover pushing more fans than ever to revisit this series and rediscover one other fantastic covers from this run. I don't even remember this being like an opportunity or an option for us.
It's such a I love this. It takes me back to the days very similar to Calvin and Hobbes sort of style. Isn't it amazing? I love it.
I was kind of getting Max vibes from it.
Max.
The veins and the muscles.
I mean, look at that, all veiny and shit. I thought his name was Pluto, but somebody in life said his name was Bluto. I saw Bluto.
Is it Bluto?
Bluto.
Yeah,
Popeye,
Bluto. And then olive oil, right? Is that her?
Olive oil, yeah.
Man, she's
Beautiful.
looking hot. Look at how they drew olive oil.
That's not the typical look for olive oil.
It's really not. She's like all lanky and stuff, right?
Yeah, but I would like to have more curves on her. You know what I'm saying?
Or a curve.
Really, I mean, if this was a cover that was easily available, I definitely would love to pick something like this up. But a little bit out of my range right now.
Classic Popeye number 30, Steve Mannion 1 in 10 from IDW from 2012, $775 for a CC 9.8. All right, it wouldn't be a shaker show without some horror books, right?
I wonder if anybody actually has this.
Ooh.
Next up on the list, we've got The Creature, issue number 1, originally published in 1963 from Dell. Dive deep into comic book history with us and uncover a classic that's recently surfaced in the collector's market. The Creature, issue number 1, published by Dell in December of 1963. Now, established in 1929, Dell Comics was renowned for its varied titles, from adaptations of beloved TV shows and movies to captivating original titles. This particular issue taps into a timeless piece of pop culture, delving into the realm of supernatural and aquatic horror. And while the lore of The Creature is legendary, the book's sales history is as enigmatic as the narrative it contains. For context on this issue's allure, examine the sales data. A pristine copy graded at a 9.6 fetched a staggering $4,080 on September 25th. For those attuned to collectible comics, this price is notable not just for its magnitude, but its timing. Consider, just a decade earlier, a 9.4 copy sold for a mere $100 on April 6, 2011. Now, the substantial price difference between these grades highlights the evolving market and growing interest in this title. Intriguingly, the book's second print, often presumed less valuable as it's not the inaugural release, records the highest sale for its grade. A 9.4 grade of the second print achieved an impressive $780 sale on the same September 25th. Now, the sale underscores the second print's rarity and mint condition and reaffirms the escalating appeal of The Creature in recent times. What's driving this sharp rise in prices? An enthusiasm for The Creature issue number 1, you ask? Without a movie or TV adaptation on the horizon, the mounting interest likely stems from a renowned appreciation for vintage horror stories. Dell's distinctive narrative flair, and simply the rarity of finding such issues in prime conditions. One thing is crystal clear: The Creature has reemerged, creating ripples in the collector's arena. Whether you're a horror aficionado, an admirer of Dell's storytelling, or an investor scouting for rare finds, The Creature issue number 1 is a must. The comic realm often reveals treasures in the least expected places, and this Dell issue is undoubtedly a shining example. Dive in while you can, my friends.
So timing is everything, but comments sometimes, because Reef had just posted this right before I had shown this. I'm pretty sure he was talking about olive oil.
I think
then this popped up, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I hope this is your ex right here.
I'm absolutely sorry, brother. I am so sorry for you, but
well, that's why she's his ex. Hey, there you go, man. Creature from the Black Lagoon. The
Creature,
issue number 1 from Dell, 1963.
What was it? The Creature from the Blue, was it the Blue Lagoon?
The Black Lagoon.
The Blue Lagoon is Brooke Shields. Okay, that's a Brooke Shields film. That's
like I said, the Creature from, no, I'm just kidding.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
No. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
Oh my god, that movie.
I'm surprised they never remade this film, right? I mean, there's certain like monster movies that have they made? I don't know. I'd have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure they never remade it. The Creature, issue number 1, 1963, $4,000 and 9.6. Somebody in there in the live chat said they had 2 raw dogs. So
really, wow,
grade those bad boys out and see what you get, man.
Good for you, brother.
Is this a chance for people to get on the board? I don't know. Maybe.
Shaker number 4 is Deadpool number 1, a Scotty Young variant by Marvel, published in 2012. Deadpool and Scotty Young is genuinely a perfect match. This 2012 Scotty Young variant has been a hit with fans and collectors since its initial release. This particular image has been placed on hats, shirts, and backpacks and sold by Marvel for years. It is a defining image for Young's certain style and one of it. It's not his most popular covers. This book has always sold very well on the aftermarket, but this past week saw a new high for a raw in form of $111 for a near mint copy. The all-time high is $200 for a CGC 9.8, which was in June 2022. So this sale eclipsing $100 is big. Scotty Young has a huge fan base that buys every cover he drops, and his earlier Marvel covers are all seeking an uptick in prices. It wouldn't be a shock to see this variant continue to trending up as his popularity grows with each new cover. Wow.
Deadpool issue number 1, the Scotty Young variant from 2012, won $111 and a near mint 9.0 to 9.4. I remember like the most expensive one or rare hot one.
No.
It was the Scotty Young one was the What If Scotty Deadpool one. Do you remember that one?
I thought it was the one that was like it looks like old engine art. What do you call that? It doesn't look like Scotty Young, but it's like a robot looking cover. Maybe something.
No, yeah. Scotty Young did a What If Venom What If Deadpool issue. And that one was like for the longest time, that was like in a 9.8, that was like a $1,500 book.
Was it the one with the Venom mouth open up with the tongue going out?
Yeah, and the side profile.
And
yeah.
Yes, I do remember that one. That was a very popular.
And that's his most
expensive. I have a question for the chat real quick. You know, we got 88 strong in the chat. You guys are fantastic. We really do appreciate you. And if you're watching on the rewind, we really do appreciate you as well. But are you guys fans of Scotty Young now?
There you go. What if Venom
I feel like Deadpool? I was a fan early on in my collecting, but now not so much.
I want to say I was a fan, but I did pick up quite a few of his books. Just basically the covers I thought were, in a sense, adorable. You know, I've always been a huge Calvin and Hobbes fan, right? And so I love that type of artwork. And so Scotty Young sort of reminded me of that in a sense. So for some time I was picking that up, but not so much now.
Not so much in now anymore. No, early on, I was enamored by it and I was collecting it. And now I'm like, nah, it seems a little childish.
Yeah.
Look for his sketchbook called Junk. It came out in like the late 2000s, I think like 2008 or 2009. If you can find that sketchbook, it's worth like over $1,000. But there's just not a lot of them.
Yeah, or Fuck Fairyland. Remember that was
I do.
Yeah, did the covers and internals on that.
Yeah.
And I think he wrote that too.
I had I had issues like I have issues like 1 through 3 or something like that, and I just kind of got tired of that after a while.
Damn, what a fickle panel. All right, Deadpool issue number 1, the Scotty Young, 2012, $111. What do we have up next?
All right, this one's really cool. So Elephant Men number 32. This is J. Scott Campbell, the 1 in 15 from Image that came out in 2011. J. Scott Campbell may be most famous for his work at Marvel, specifically on The Amazing Spider-Man, but he has also had a prolific career working on indie comics. Campbell got his start at Wildstorm Productions and went on to co-create Gen 13. He then moved on to help form Cliffhanger Imprints and would launch Danger Girl. Some of his lesser known and more rare covers would come on his run on Elephant Men. Elephant Men number 18 would be his first cover in the series and was accompanied by a sketch variant. His next cover would be for Elephant Men number 30, which was the regular cover, but it's still pretty hard to find. His next 2 covers in the series, number 31 and 32, would both be 1 in 15 incentive covers. These last 2 covers are extremely rare, as we've only recorded a combined 3 sales for them. In fact, this week saw our first recorded sale of Elephant Man number 32 of a raw copy for a whopping $250 on September 24th. It's always worth a dig in the local comic shop back bins, but good luck finding these rare gems.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in this cover.
There's a lot going on.
There's obviously there's Elephant Man holding a sword, but there's also a Zebra Man holding a gun. And I think that's a Robin Hood looking type chick holding a sword. As
what's in the moon jumping in the? What's
that's
in
an
the
alligator?
moon?
I think
there's a domino looking character right there.
Lizard, yeah.
Very distinctive art.
I like a busy cover though.
The ladies, I don't know. What do you guys? I don't know. By the way,
ladies,
I forgot to mention to everybody watching, if you comment your favorite cover that you see tonight, whether it's in the top 10 list or if we peruse the live stuff afterwards. Comment your favorite cover in the comments afterwards to be entered into the next drawing.
And make sure you comment on Tuesday's show to get entered into today's giveaway. Here's my favorite. I lied. This is my favorite cover of this week.
All right, so I've got this read. And,
Holy
man,
fury
I'll
of
tell you what.
furries.
Hey, good luck with that one, brother.
How do we pronounce? Can we all agree on how to pronounce the
Genus.
title?
Genus.
Genus. Laura?
Genus.
I would have said genus.
Genus.
All right,
Genus.
everybody, we're going with genus.
Not genius, but genus.
Yeah,
Genus.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
Oh man, this is an important book, and let me sit back and enjoy the story on this one. At number 6 on the list, we've got Genus, issue number 1, originally published in 1993 from Antarctic Press. Now, we've mentioned multiple times how the 90s was a prime time for anthropomorphic comic book characters. Well, Antarctic Press added a twist to it with this book, making said anthropomorphic characters quite erotic. It was an immediate hit, garnering a dedicated audience that was clamoring for more. Well, they got it with issue number 2 when Antarctic Press leaned into that erotic side and made this an adult-only title. Genus would continue for over 70 issues across multiple publishers, each of them ramping up the adult-only content. Still, fans of the genre love to visit the original when they can find it, that is. This book only has 21 copies on the CGC census, with a whopping single book coming in at 9.8. Now, recently, that CGC 9.8 copy came to market and sold for an impressive $725.
Wow.
Now, the only comparison in our database is a CGC 9.4 copy that sold in April of this year for $148. Now, that's a massive disparity, but fitting due to the delicate nature of the series and the limited number of high-quality copies. With the furry culture growing steadily over the years, members like to look at this book as one of the springboards that brought said culture to a broader audience. Despite some of its divisiveness, members are willing to drop top dollar to acquire a copy of this book in whatever grade, with raw copies rarely dipping below $100.
Interesting.
Furry
Genus
culture.
number 1.
Furry culture. That's very interesting.
Yeah. There's furry conventions. There's furry, all kinds of stuff. Genus number 1, Antarctic Press, 1993. Here's the thing: if you're into furries, then this isn't even the first comic you should think about. Like, I think it's Omaha the Cat Dancer came out in like 1986. Do you remember that?
No.
No.
Google it. It's worth a Google. Omaha the Cat Dancer.
Is it a culture? Is it a? I guess
it's a lifestyle.
Is it? Okay.
It's interesting.
It
I
is.
was watching that prank show, and they pranked somebody in these costumes, and it was
they have
hilarious.
full-on conventions,
like a
of
fetish.
furries,
It's like
hey, man, every geekdom has its own little branch or tentacle. I meant there's furries.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating.
There's
their own.
what are those bros that like My Little Pony bronies?
Bronies. All right, hold on.
Oh, I had my brony shirt on last week.
JP, listen to this. This is the synopsis for Omaha the Cat Dancer, which came out in 1986. A stripper's most peaceful life is shattered when a prudish malcontent turns guns to make their point. That's what it's about.
Wow. I love to hear JB. JB has that voice. He's got that motivating stripper voice.
You know who else was
motivating the stripper?
Was a sexy anamorphic character. If do you remember that chick in Omega Men? God,
no.
Nobody read Omega Men? All right, geez.
The DC
Omega Men? Yeah, DC Omega Men, right?
It was like this weird cat-looking chick on Omega Men too. So yeah, man. So you got Omaha the Cat Dancer, you got Omega Men, then Genus. I meant, with stars in all the right places. There you go, man.
I guess.
All right, who do we have next?
Whoa,
man! Wouldn't expect this to show up on here.
Number 7 shaker is Kid and Play number 9 by Marvel, published in 1992. Rappers on comic book covers have become a thing lately, with both Eminem and Notorious B.I.G. gracing the covers of Spider-Man and Deadpool and bringing heat. But before this occurred, 2 1990 rappers named Kid and Play got so popular that they received their own comic series from Marvel. Kid and Play started as a rap duo out of New York. Their career really took off after they starred in the movie House Party. which would go on to have 5 sequels, in which Kid and Play would appear in 3 of them. Martin Lawrence would also go on to make a name for himself after appearing in the first 2 House Party movies. The Kid and Play comic would only run for 9 issues, and this last issue would become the most valuable as they are typically low printed and become hard to find. Another cool feature of this book is the appearance of a plethora of Marvel superheroes. This week saw a raw copy sell for $100 on a September 26, 2023, tying the all-time high hit in August. Kid and Play are not only pioneers as rappers becoming actors, but also as rappers appearing in comic books. Tim, your thoughts about this one?
I'm digging it, but I don't appreciate that Kid doesn't have his high top fade. You know what I mean? I mean, everybody high top fade. I mean, they gave him dreads.
Wait a minute. No, he had it in issue 1, so something happened there by the time he got to issue 9.
That was a signature high top
because it was absolutely in the cover. I've got issue 1 of this Kid and Play somewhere.
Love those House Party.
And he had the big high top fade.
Yeah. I think his dad, rest in peace, the actor who played his dad, remember, in the House Party, and he was like saying, see your ID. Let me see your ID, goddammit. And then of course there was the other guy. He goes, we're playing a public enema in here. No one playing no public enema. That was the old man that was in the Boomerang movie where he goes, you need to coordinate when you dress. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
This is a great cover, man. This might be my favorite cover so far. Look at all the characters on there.
Over the furry? Come on, bro.
Over the furry.
Over the furry.
All right, let's go from 1992 and go back a wee bit farther.
Yeah, let's go to 1945, where we have USA Comics number 15. What an amazing sale this week for USA Comics number 15. This cover depicts a wild battle scene in the Tiffany's department store located in New York City. Tiffany & Co. has become America's top jewelers with a reputation of opulence and elegance. Although founded in 1837, Charles Louis Tiffany introduced Tiffany Blue as their official trademark color in the 1940s, a color depicted on this comic cover behind the word Tiffany's. Classic Schlumberg goodness, with Captain America kicking butt, is the foundation of this 1940s comic book series. Only 32 graded copies of this issue exist on the census, and there's only 9 or 6, and this is the only 9.6. I don't get the thing yet. I get one more chance. Further, of the entire 17-issue run of USA Comics, which ran from 1941 to 1945, only 4 copies are graded at 9.6 or better. These high-grade copies rarely exchange hands, so when one does come to the market, it's an event which to date always results in a record sale price. This week, we saw this unicorn copy sell just shy of $20,000. Wow. Interested to see how things play out the next time it becomes available for purchase.
Laura, can you pronounce the artist name one more time, please?
Nope. Let me go ahead and pass.
Let's see. Let me give it a shot here.
That was awesome.
Schomburg.
Schomburg. I think it was Schlongberg.
I can't believe that I can't believe it. So this is like one of the first times Tiffany Blue is shown up on a comic cover, even though Tiffany's been around the 1800s. I mean, anybody who is a female or anybody who has a girlfriend or wife, you know what the Tiffany Blue is, right? Hopefully you do. If not, you're not doing things the right way. All right. USA Comics number 15 from, this was probably timely at the time. I don't think it was Marvel at the time, but 1945, 19,600, and 9.6. That's some time machine shit, as we like to say. All right. Here's your chance to get on board, I think. Maybe.
Are you serious? Are you being serious right now?
Yeah. Dude, it's only 1960.
All right. Yeah. Tebow thinks this is your chance with
this is your chance, right?
Wonder Woman issue number 160, originally published in 1966.
Kind of.
Now, there have been many iterations of Cheetah, with Priscilla Rich being the first of 4. She first appeared in Wonder Woman issue number 6 and is one of Wonder Woman's most well-known adversaries. Unlike the post-Crisis on Infinite Earth cheetahs, Rich possessed no superhuman powers and just wore a cheetah suit. Now, Wonder Woman issue number 160 was the first introduction of Rich's cheetah in the Silver Age. We get all excited about that with Batman people, right? Now, unlike Batman's Rogue Gallery, Wonder Woman's enemies are fairly lackluster. So it's no surprise that this book hasn't taken off like some of Batman villains' first Silver Age appearances. But that might be changing, as a graded 9.0 sold for a record $2,280 on September 25th, which is more than $500 higher than the last sale over a year ago. Now, there have been no sales higher than a graded 9.0 since 2019, and one reason is that there just aren't that many high-grade copies of this book. The CGC census shows 13 copies graded 9.0, and you ready for this? 18 copies graded between 9.2 to 9.8. Even though Cheetah wasn't a hit in Wonder Woman 1984, it seems like this book is due to keep climbing based on the lack of high-grade copies that are available.
Yeah, I think when people found out she was going to be the main villain of Wonder Woman 84, they were buying up copies, and then after the movie came out, they were like, that was whack. And I never understood how Cheetah could be Wonder Woman's like arch enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Wonder Woman's like a goddess, and
she's not tough enough. She's not cool enough.
Cat lady is gonna be you know, her arch nemesis. Come on now. But yeah, that Wonder Woman 84 movie. Don't get me started on that thing, man. How you gonna have a movie based in 1984 and not playing the music from 1984?
Right? Yeah. The whole thing should have been one-hit wonders from 1984. It would have been awesome.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. People forget that
Age at its finest.
Yeah. People forget Pedro Pascal was in that too. So he's been in Star Wars. He was The Last of Us, and he was
that's right.
Played the whatever the Wishmaster dude was on Wonder Woman 84, which was just I things that TiVo watch that you shouldn't watch is Wonder Woman 84. I'm just saying.
What was that show he did, man? What was that show he did while he was filming The Mandalorian? It was on Apple TV. It had to do with the end of the world. You guys remember
The Last
that one?
of Us?
The Last of Us, yeah, based off the video.
It was on HBO. Yeah, it was on HBO.
That
was fantastic, man. Yeah,
I love that show. Yeah, it was good.
All right, Wonder Woman issue number 160 from 1966 and 9.0 for $2,280. That's it. Seems rather undervalued to me. Maybe Cheetah will make a comeback. You never know. All right,
I don't know, man. Love this cover. Okay, so this is gonna be a mouthful. So throw me a bone here. Do I say World Tour 33?
It's World Tree. Come on.
World Tree.
World Tree.
World Tree.
Give him the big
What did you say? What did you say?
What? World Tree.
Bert Herngave. Irv Hermlinger. Bing Livehanger. Livelink. Bert Herkern. Bingo Lingfucker.
You know, I mean,
maybe because you haven't been around, but it's
Tree
World
33
Tree.
number. Okay, shaker number 10. World Tree 33 number 1. Aaron Bartling CBNS Virgin Printing Era Too Dark by Image, published in 2023. This week, one of the Aaron Bartling Virgin variant covers for World Tree 33 number 1.
No, it's just World Tree. No 33.
There's no 33. It's just
World Tree. World Tree.
Sorry,
okay.
kids. He's new to new comics.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I've never read this one.
World Tree 33 does make sense though if you read it that way.
World Tree number 1, print error, Too Dark, sold for a healthy $335 in an encapsulated CGC graded 9.8. This issue ran deep with 58 known variant covers, 2 of which were recalled due to printing errors. Combine this with rockstar writer James Tynion IV, a new hit title, and you have a golden goose. We learned the error copies were all destroyed in order to receive replacement copies, but a few made it through the public. 10 error copies were mistakenly sold at cover price, with one buyer purchasing 4 of Anthem, Also, an undefined amount were sent out to comps before the error were discovered. This particular error was interesting as this cover was particularly dark, hiding almost all details drawn by Aaron Bartling. In the error version, all that is visible in this girl's face and illuminated by the phone, the glimmer of the knife, the digital clock, the whites of Fear's eyes and teeth, and an outline of her body in the doorway. The corrected version shows far more detail, most notably picture frames in the wall that are completely non-visible in the error edition. In many ways, the error is far creepier and intense. Printing errors always seem to catch the eye of a collector. Perhaps you have seen double covers, Wonder Woman number 6, incorrect color, Fantastic number 110, color book switching to black and white in the middle of the issue, Dazzler number 1, or simply the wrong artwork going to print, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 4, second print. One fact that stands true in the comic book collecting world is a printing error is rare to come by and highly sought after, as evidenced in the above mentioned resale values. I like that. That's beautiful. So show that other one again, TiVo.
Yeah,
show that other one.
I like the corrected one better, to be honest with you. I mean,
I do too. It's so beautiful
because we're going to see boobies.
Wow.
So this is World Tree 33 number 1.
Yeah. That's great. You mentioned the Dazzler 1 printing error. I actually just sold that in my Whatnot show yesterday, actually.
Yeah, we talked about
how much did you sell that for? May I ask how much that was sold for?
You know what? Let me look it up real quick while we're talking about it.
Huh, interesting.
All right.
I don't.
So I have one. I have one, but mine is more like I would say I would say more of a fine than anything.
While he's looking that up, let me do a seamless transition.
Seamless. This is a high quality production value to get here at the Lords of the Long Box.
Let's see what's shaking today, boys and girls.
Look at that Thrawn cover right there. I love that.
Dazzler number 1 printing error from 1981 sold for $42 raw.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's not bad. Seems like a steal.
I still have this giant size, but I no longer have this Hulk 181.
Yeah. I love that Thrawn though, man. That's just really intense.
What did you get? Are we we're not spoiling. Are we spoiling?
Fuck yeah, we are. What did you think? Badass. Dude.
I loved. I was thinking to myself, how are they gonna show us how skilled a tactician he is in 1 or 2 episodes? And they did it in 1.
Yeah.
Right?
They did it in 1.
My god, man.
Well, if you've seen Rebels, he's actually a good fighter too. I mean, obviously, Mickelson is a bit older, so I doubt he'll be fighting. But if you watch Rebels, Thrawn, he can throw down. I meant
he can. But they just I don't think they give him enough credit, because if you read the books, he's amazing. He knows his stuff, man. This guy is just not a tactician, man. He's a fighter. He's a warrior.
Have you read the novels, Marty?
I have.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
Hair to the Empire
right here. Yeah.
Hair.
So CDC 9.8 sold for $2,000 for Thrawn. There's going to be a Thrawn film, right? That I don't know if it's going to be on Disney Plus or theatrical, but probably Disney Plus. There's going to be a Thrawn film.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, but I think what's
more of his skills.
What's up next? I think is Skeleton Crew, which Jude Law and those kids. That's supposed to take place in another galaxy. So maybe they're in Peridia or this other galaxy, and maybe because it's supposed to intersect with Ahsoka and Mandalorian as well. After I watched Ahsoka, I went back and watched like the last season, last few episodes of Mandalorian season 3, last few episodes of Mandalorian season 2, and it's so good, man.
I'm telling you what's another one that I think is eventually going to come out, which I think is underrated, is General Grievous, because they don't talk too much about him, And he just shows up, yeah. But if you read the novels, if you read some of the past novels, this guy has a hell of a history.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because in the films they don't explain how he got that cough. It's in the novels that he battled, I think, Obi-Wan, and that's how he developed asthma or got the cough. But let's see. Here you go. Why don't you say this name, Marty?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Got that. I switched it out there. Sorry, TiVo.
Oh,
Put you back on there.
go back, bitch.
Add to the stage.
All right. How do you pronounce
oh,
that?
I have this book. Yeah, it's
No, you just want
yeah, Djurjevic.
Sure, why not? Anyway,
Djurjevic.
Ultimate Fallout issue number 4. I think Keenan
I
Golden
actually have
State
this
has
one. This at first, this was a very this was a hard to find, most expensive copy of the Ultimate.
It still
Fallout
is.
Or yeah,
Well, no,
really?
not anymore.
43
Keep
grand
going.
and 9.8.
I still
That was in
have
January.
That
Slide
Yeah.
down, TiVo. Get the latest and current. That's the high. Let's see what the last sale of a 9.8 was. Slide down.
On this book.
Slide down.
This is a raw dog, by the way, for $2,000. That's
slide
raw.
Slide down. So the
wow.
last 9.8 sold
Get
for
mine graded,
12 grand.
Yeah.
Wow.
Still worth
Good
a
Lord,
pretty penny.
I could pay a debt off with that bad boy, man.
I know, but that's such a huge dip.
Yeah.
That's
it?
unbelievable.
Yeah.
From
40
42
really?
grand to 12? Come
Oh,
on.
yes.
43,000. That's a huge
Man,
dip.
I hope that was
Give
like
us some
some
time. Give
professional
us some
athlete
time.
who dropped the 42
You know how these books
grand.
go
You know,
up
Hey,
and
they
once
don't
Miles
miss it.
Morales live comes, then this book is gonna pick up again. I
I'm
think
gonna
uh,
get
It'll
that
never
bad
go
boy
back to
graded.
42
I
grand.
think Keenan
TiVo.
Golden State has a copy that he got from Otto, 3 Men in the Basement, if I'm not mistaken.
They'll never
So,
go back to 43 grand again.
Yeah, there's Foom,
So crazy, man.
Disney, All Star Comics.
So
Oh, hey now.
Strange
Still have
Tales.
this first appearance of Peace Pot Pete. Peace Pot Pete.
Yeah.
Paste Pot Pete.
Yeah, whatever. Man. That's what I said. Paste Pot Pete.
Comes the
First
trap.
appearance of Doctor
Mighty
Strange.
Silvers right
1.0
there.
for $800. Wow. I have a 5.5. Whoa, 9.2 sold in 2022 for 72
Jesus.
grand by the hoary host of Haggoth. All right. There you go. I'm digging that.
Say that again, Tim.
There you go, Laura. By the hoary host of Haggoth.
I know. I was eyeing this one.
It's a blonde with the red dress and apparently Humpty Hump from the.
Yeah, what is
Vigilante.
happening?
Humpty
here?
Hump.
You'll never look at this cover again, same way
You
again.
need
That
to
is Humpty
Humpty
Hump.
The hump.
Love it, man. I love it, man.
Captain America number 64, full-length action thriller in this issue. Diamond spelled Doom.
Bucky Barnes right there.
I done got
They got
signed
signed
out.
out. That's what happened.
Damn.
Logging back in. Yeah, I want to see what that goes for. What's happening?
Oh, he can't get in.
What's going on here? Hold on.
But you know, this is a perfect time to finish this and go into our giveaway since we were having just
I like
a
that.
little.
See, I'm a bit there. Look at that handsome devil
He's
right
back.
there.
Man,
That's a
look
really
at
good
that.
picture, actually. That's a really good picture.
That's like staring at that. Look,
Yeah,
man,
look
you
at the
almost look like
sunset.
Doctor Strange
Staring
on
off
there,
in the
man.
That
It's
was
like
my
staring out.
that was my Zoolander model, face.
My Zoolander model.
Yeah.
What was it? Blue Fierce?
what were we gonna look at?
Blue Steel.
Blue Steel, yeah.
What were you want to look at? You want to look at this Captain America blonde with the red
go to
dress?
the Nick Fury real quick.
Yeah.
Nick
That
Fury
sounds
shield.
You
good.
want to look at the Humpty Hump? All right, shit.
Go to the Nick Fury.
Let's do
real
the
quick.
Humpty Hump.
Yeah, the Nick Fury
Ooh,
shield.
psychedelic
The
Steranko
Batman.
covers.
I have
Steranko, but look,
the-
is he?
I have that Jim Lee.
Was it just the period in
Oh,
1968?
yeah, I
and
remember
this is
that.
like
Yeah,
an
that
acid
was-
trip
that
right
came
here.
No,
out
it was
with the
Steranko.
the whole
I mean,
psychedelic kind of
Yeah.
wave to it. Yeah.
I mean, look at some of the other ones too. I meant this
Uh,
one
where's
too. I have this one. This
That's
one
cool.
tuz. This one is gorgeous.
He was a
Number,
trendsetter,
6.
man.
Oh
with-
no,
with
that
the
one, number
shield.
7. 7 is homaging a very famous artist,
Oh, the melting clocks. That's Dolly.
Dolly. Yes,
Salvador Dali name
Salvador
reference on the
Dali.
show. Wow.
Good eye, Laura.
This reminds me of like 60s, 70s spy stuff, like besides
Bond.
James Bond, like
James Bond, yeah. Some Ian Fleming.
our man
stuff,
Flint,
yeah.
all those guys. What was that? Dean Martin even played a character one time. Everybody was like, if you don't know Our Man Flint, go look up James Coburn, Our Man Flint. It was like the American version of James Bond, but not as cool, but it was you know, what we had when we were growing up. Not Judo Master.
Judo Master, yes, Judo Master. I remember that.
Karate,
That needs to be a
jiu-jitsu,
cosplay. One of you guys
judo.
can wear that.
Oh
my
wow.
God.
You could do it all.
You know, that was the big martial arts back then, man, was judo. Everything was judo back. Even the James Bond movies and all the
judo
old movies,
flips.
all judo. Yeah, man. Even
Judo
Star
chop.
Trek back then. We're doing
$600
judo
for
chop.
9.2 for the first appearance of Judo Master. There you go. Kind of digging it.
Like it.
Even says jiu-jitsu even before it became Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Like it was just Japanese jiu-jitsu, you know. There you go, man. Something that really. Hey, did I sell this? I think
I have that one. I have that one.
I have
Right
that
there.
one
I have the Predator. Have the Conan number
What's
one.
up with the Superman?
I know. What is
ASM
it?
50.
Superman scrapbooking? I meant
He's
he's
scrapbooking.
Oh my God. Lois Lane circles the globe
Nice.
against terrific odds without Superman's help, so she thinks.
Look at the colors on that book, though. That's
They
popping.
were always popping back then. Yeah, they were always popping with the
reds and the yellows.
blues and the yellows. Yeah.
Yellow.
But see, the next
Yeah.
two issues, the issue before it and the issue after, were all yellow covers. It was a thing when Golden Age Batman books for some reason. I don't know why. Don't know why. Punisher War Journal, that's dope. This reminds me of the Spider-Man animated
The cartoon.
series.
See, this makes me want to liquidate a little bit, man, and try to kind of get some funds, you know?
You should. I have.
I just hold. Here's the thing, man. I hold on, and I get these books. I hold on, and I don't really look at them very much anymore. Have it in my collection, and a lot of these ones that were, I guess, second age keys, or just in that type of tier, second, third level keys. They become bigger keys nowadays, but then I'm just like, they're not really big. So, and my collection has changed so much from the things that I want to keep and the things that I want to make.
You got to evolve, Marty. You got to sell, evolve, buy.
Yes. I am sending to you guys. Okay, I'm.
Is this
matter of fact,
just a comic
Laura,
strip? I think so.
I'm going to send to you guys, and you guys are going to sell for me.
Yeah.
I think this is just a bit of a comic strip or something. I don't know. The Adventures of Superman.
That is.
Pico Pay. What does that mean?
What
does that mean?
I have no idea, but somebody paid for it. I meant shit. So where's Matt in the live chat when we need him, man? This should have been on the Shakers list. We talk about this. Oh,
Master.
Oh no, where does he Terrifier?
Terrifying.
Oh,
I ain't even right what he did with that
like
barbed
it.
wire.
What is that?
I like it.
Damian
Is that a first
Leone's
appearance?
Terrifier, book one.
Who did the cover?
No.
Steve McGinnis.
Oh, yes. Very popular name in that type of genre.
God damn, that is messed up, man. This came out in
I
2021. Art the Clown, $4.50.
Hidden side of me that I didn't realize.
Oh, here's something that terrify you just if you don't like clowns. Are you clown lovers out there?
Oh, I hate
It's
clowns.
terrifying. I don't like it.
Terrible clown.
Look at it, Laura. Look, David.
Nightmare weeks right there.
You know, I was watching last night. I was watching the remake of the House of Wax, and Jared Padalecki is in it. The guy from Supernatural, I think. But it is messed.
Paris Hilton was in that, wasn't she?
I don't think so. No,
Or was it the later one? She was in.
You're
the
just
later
talking about
one.
Paris
I
Hilton
remember
made
that.
out of wax. Yeah, but no,
Thrilled
it
to
was
say
called.
I have not seen it, so
It was called House of Wax. It was from the dude from because I recognized like, oh my god, the guy from Supernatural, the tall brother, Jared Padalecki.
There was. I remember there was one that was done for the 80s, and then I remember a newer version that was done with Paris Hilton in there.
I don't.
So I do remember that.
All right. How about some
heavy
sketchy
metal,
robots?
dude? I got some older heavy metals, man. Don't have number one though.
That's some angry robots right there.
Yeah, that's
Heavy
very
Metal
angry.
Magazine number
AI
one. Wow.
AI losing control right here.
$399 for our dog. $949 for 9.8. Man, this is history, man. Like when I was a kid, reading these were like, man, it was like damn near akin to reading a Playboy because it was like a very adult. And then obviously the heavy metal movie came out. I still have that on VHS too, by the way.
I remember getting a heavy metal one. Remember the movie when it came out? There was a cover that actually had the movie cover poster on it. And I remember going to the bookstore and I was like, Dad, I want that one right there. He's like, no, you can't have that one. You know, because
Sammy Hagar, that song, dun 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 dun, heavy.
Yeah.
And Devo was in it. We're through. We're being cool. Dun, dun,
whip it good.
No, they sang we're cool. We're through with being cool. This Devo is one of my favorite bands of all time.
Yeah.
All right, boys and girls, it's time for a giveaway.
Hey, Tivo, what's 6 divided by 9?
Hey, man, look at that thing. Does that look like a plus sign to you?
No.
Look at it. That is a divide sign, man. Look at that.
We were trying to solve it. We're like 1 point.
I know. Look at that. Get out of here. If you look at that 5, it looks like 5 divided by 2.
It does.
All right, we still only got 33 comments. It looks like that's going to be it. Are you guys ready to run this?
Let's do it.
Drum roll. And we're going to actually change the format. By the way, we just want to mention this, that the books are going to be shipping from me going forward. I've already got, a nice little setup here to ship books because of the whatnot. So I will be taking over the responsibilities. So you're gonna have to come.
Also,
you're gonna have to come find me, and I'm taking. I'm keeping receipts. I'm
right. No, haven't received their books yet. Hit up JB because I'm gonna mail them in a giant big box of comics, and he's gonna take care of that for you. Since
you're gonna pass the torch.
Still 33. All right, here
Passing
we go.
the torch.
And this week's giveaway is going to
5 divided by 7.
Minnesota Geek. That Wolverine 37 cover
Congratulations,
is fire. Bro. I need it is the winning comment. Minnesota Geek. Let me take a screenshot of
that.
Right.
Yeah,
let me take a screenshot.
I'm like, hey, you guys remember who won? They're like, I don't know. I have to rewatch.
I have no idea who won shit.
Yeah, it becomes a thing to track people down too. So.
All right, so congratulations, Minnesota Geek. You have exactly 8 hours to get your win. I'm just kidding. By the time the next giveaway is done, then hopefully you should have hit up JB at DiscoveryBayComics on Instagram, Marty at Comic Book Fanatics, Laura at Bird City Comics. Everybody has their IG handle on there. People
right. We're ready to go.
I don't have mine. They just have to search for me, I guess. So.
You just need to change it on the comment section. Because just change it.
They just got to search Lord's Long Box and they'll find me.
There you go.
Simple as that, baby. The name is in the title. The title's in the name. One of those two. Laura, any last words?
So things that Laura watched that I did not like.
Ooh.
There's this thing all over Instagram right now on Hulu called No One Can Save You. Have you guys heard about this on Hulu?
No.
It's like an alien abduction movie, which Anthony's really into that.
I like me some alien abduction.
It just came out and everybody was posting about it. So I watched it last night and I don't know. It's one of those films. After it was over, I had to go and like YouTube video what it even meant, like find an explanation online because I was so confused. Each and each one.
I know there's a documentary on Netflix right now, but it's more.
Was that an up or a down? I missed it. It was a don't watch it or do watch it.
She said don't watch it.
I think you should watch it. But then DM me what it's about because I don't understand.
Be careful when you say
what's it called again, Laura?
Yeah, be careful.
It's called No One Can Save You. And
No One Can Save You. Okay.
Yeah, it's very
specifically about alien abduction.
Well, it's about this girl that's kind of like a recluse in her town, and then like people just start getting abducted and there's aliens and
But
I don't want to give it
is it a movie or is it a biography?
It's a movie.
Okay.
H.H. is right. It has really good suspense. But like she doesn't talk throughout almost the entire movie. I think she only speaks once.
The perfect woman. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right. Thank you, Laura. JB, any last words?
Yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you. Make sure to comment your favorite cover down below to be entered into. No, I don't. Are we doing that for this show? I don't even know anymore. You know what? Go follow me on Instagram. That would be cool. Follow me on Instagram. Make sure you're following Laura. Make sure you're following Marty over here. And as always, don't forget, we had a good time. Peace.
Marty, would you like to say our farewell blessings.
Yes, absolutely. But first of all, I like to say, JB, I'm loving the ruggedness, man. I'm
it's
liking the
up here in the
facial,
Pacific
man.
Northwest when it gets cold like this.
Yeah,
you need a beard, man.
I like it. I like it, man. I kind of, you know, it's getting to that no shave November for me too, man. I'm gonna start doing it, brother. So hey,
that's what I same here. I do no shave November too, but I think I'm just gonna go with Clark Gable mustache.
Nice.
I'm doing like a 40s Hollywood style, you know what I'm saying?
You can pull it off. That would look good.
I like it.
All right, so may the comic gods continue to bless your long boxes and guide you in your comic. Wait for it. Hunting.
Still doesn't sound good. Still doesn't sound good, but okay.
And may you all find your keys and holy grails. Excelsior, folks.
Excelsior.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah. We thought we agreed that it was you were saying comic hunting, right? Not
comic hunts,
comic
but you know, comic huntings. I wanted to emphasize the hunts a little bit. See, maybe it
that
changed.
Still doesn't sound right. That still doesn't sound right.
Okay. I'll go with hunting from now on. So it's comic huntings.
All right, for Laura, JB, and Marty, this is TiVo. Sorry to Matt Damon who can't make it. He'll be on next Tuesday's show. So peace out to everybody and keep digging in them long boxes. Have a fantastic weekend.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
Oh my God.
The world's 3 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
In this you shall know that the Lord is
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this you shall know that the Lord is In this you shall know that the Lord is
Go on and get some, boys. Jack, here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
In this you shall know that the Lord is
What's in the box?